Hey everyone, it's Desiree and I am here with Spellbinders. May has started and that means we have new club kits for the month. This one is the card kit, and as always I'm going to do my 10 cards, one kit plus the reveal. And this month's theme for May is Beach Day. Oh, how I'd love to get my feet in the sand. Just saying. So let's get started with the reveal. So as always with all of the kits, you will get your card that will list the items in your kit and also give you some inspiration. Your cardstock is a craft, a white, a cream, a yellow, a light pink, a darker pink, a light blue, a light green, and a darker green. And I'm sorry, not a white. That is actually silver mirror. My bad. You get your 10 cards. Your 10 card bases, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and they are side folding with envelopes. You get a roll of double-sided tape, and then you also get your 6 by 6 paper pad. Now remember, this is a paper pad. This is not thick cardstock. This is right around, I want to say in the area of 65 pounds, but it is great for layering. I always gravitate when it comes to this kit, collaging. I love to collage, and that paper and their cardstock is perfect for that with all the wonderful die cuts and dimensional stickers that they have. You get a block of double-sided foam squares, and you can use the entire block on that. These are the chipboard stickers that will be coming in your kit. Your gemstones in 4 different colors and different sizes. You will have your dimensional stickers as well, and these are beautiful images from this, which I cannot say. She sells, seashells. There you go. Wow! Only me. Wonderful die cuts. That's my favorite. A beautiful stamp set with some great sentiments and images, and then of course a die collection for your cards as well. So let's dive right in, and I will never say that word again. My goodness. Taking some of the cardstock, all of the cardstock or the paper pad bases have been cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4. This way I will automatically have a white border mat going around from the card base. I've taken 2 pieces of the pattern paper. I've cut one into a strip, and again, I do not measure. I know that stresses a lot of people out, but just have fun with it. Make your own cuts. So make your strip 2 inches and put it down the side, and then cut a strip a 1/2 inch to cover up that seam, just to add a different layer. I'm going to be playing with these beautiful hyacinths. I'm absolutely in love with these images. And just playing with the placement of them and how many I'm going to grab. So something that I'm going to do for next month, I am going to use my liquid glue here. And you guys know I gabbed through this video, so I'm sorry, because we can see what I'm doing here. I think one of the things I get a lot of times when I do this video is, how do I think of these cards? What is my process? So I think for June, obviously because I can't do it for May, but I think for June I'm actually going to start, I'll film the reveal. That's my cat, if you didn't hear that. And then what I'll do is I will start just I will turn on my camera, which is actually my phone, to show you how I lay these out and what I do. And I'll talk you through that. Because I do get that question a lot. You know, how do I put all of these pieces together? It's going to be extremely comical watching me do that, because I am literally laying out the card bases and then just throwing the pieces on, you know, matching up the pattern paper and everything else. So look for that next month. So here we're already into our second card, because of course I've got a gab. And again, that base piece of pattern paper is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And now I'm just using, actually that's a piece of the mirror cardstock as a background. for all of the pieces to be set on. And I'm just, again, I'm using some of the dimensional phones. I purposely made that off center to make it look like a ball and then make it look like that was a floaty thing coming across. I fell in love with these 3 shells. Just saying. And I thought they were perfect the way that they sat on the packaging. So I just took a piece of the cream cardstock. I cut a certain width. I believe this is 2 inches wide, and it's just smaller than the 5.5. So I think that was cut to 5 inches. And now I'm just placing those shells in the same way. And I am adding some glue to that dimensional foam that's on the back, just so that there isn't a chance that they can fall off. Trying my best to line them up, but I am okay if it is not perfect. And then I'm going to take the sentiment and do the same thing. Put it on a piece of the cream cardstock, and then just use my shears just to cut along that to give it that same matte as the 3 shells going across there. I'm going to add some of the gems to this card as well. I really, I loved the color palette for this kit with what I refer to as Wedgwood blues, like a gray blue, a sage green, a deep peach or coral. I really, really loved it. I just thought all of the colors were great. And remember, that's the beauty of a kit. Another question I get a lot is, well, how do you know that this is going to work together? How do you know that this is going to match? If it's in a kit, they are designed from, if there's inks, if there's papers, if there's embellishments, to all coordinate when it comes to the color scheme or the theme of that kit. So don't be scared if you want to put an animal with a geometric image. It's okay, because again, it's part of that kit. They actually will all work together. So it doesn't matter what pieces you're grabbing. That color coordination is there and in place. You know, my allergies were fine all day today. It's not until we get till tonight, but I have all the windows open because it is finally beautiful here. So the windows, and I'm just suffering like there's no tomorrow. So I suffer all year from allergies, believe it or not. They are 150 times worse as we move into the summer, the springtime. So I apologize. I sound like a stuffy fool here, and I'm coughing, and oh, it's horrible. Okay, so again, same card. You can see I grab all of the die cuts that are about the same. And what I mean by that is, if I'm looking at the florals, I'm grabbing all of the florals that are similar. If I'm looking at leaves, I'm grabbing all the leaves that are similar. And then I'm determining, okay, what am I going to use? How am I going to build this card? Because that's what you're watching. You are actually watching me build the card and pull from the stack of die cuts or dimensional chipboard pieces or dimensional stickers that I've chosen to possibly go on this card. So again, I'll have that in the next one on, you know, how I break it down, because I start off with the paper pad. If you're new here, welcome. But if you've seen my previous videos, especially the Simplicity series, I show in the beginning of those that I take, if I'm looking at a 6x6 pad of paper, okay, and that's where I really do this. Usually you get 2 or 3 sheets of each design. Usually 2 more so than 3. And what I do is I take that first set and I just lay it out in front of me, and then I start matching them together. And that's very much what I do here for these cards as well. I start out by flipping out the bases, going through the cardstock, going through the die cuts, and just looking at everything. And I'm not moving slowly. You know, again, it's a kit. It all comes together. So I'm just literally, I mean, things are just flying across the desk or across the table. You know, one time my husband came in and he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "It's like you're a dealer." And I'm like, "Well, a card dealer, that is. Let's just be clear." Just saying. But just having fun with it. You can see sometimes all the pieces go on, sometimes no. There's ones that I'm pushing off to the side and saying, okay, you know what, you're not going to make this card, or I'm going to put you back in that pot of embellishments and so forth. So again, there's just so many choices, and this kit has so much. I come up with 10 cards collaging with all of the embellishments and all of those pieces that they give you. You can make at least 20 more cards. Easy. Absolutely easy from this. So this kit is wonderful to build your cards. Now, I know when it comes to shipping out of the States, it's difficult and it's very expensive. I know. That's the other comment that I get a lot as well. But I can't, and I won't speak for Spellbinders on that. But I do pass those comments along, you know, to the customer service to let them know that I'm receiving that. So, you know, again, at some point maybe they'll look at it, but again, I can't speak for them. Because I'll never do that. Okay? But this kit is a wonderful resource for your stash. It's a great stash builder. You can revisit it at a later time. You're able to create all types of cards from this kit, meaning, you know, celebration, encouragement, happy day, and so forth. So that's the beauty of this. So here, oh, let's go back to the card here. So here they had these beautiful orchids. So I'm just building up the orchids around that ticket, just to make sure I wanted that ticket to actually be the focal point. Going into the next one, so just like I was saying before, you can see I grabbed all of the leaves. We've got all of these tropical leaves. Some of them have a white background. Some of them don't have any type of white edge. Some of them have gold on them. So again, just to look at that, and because they had the gold, that's kind of why I pulled in the craft. So there's just things that will hit, that will trigger to say, okay, for this solid piece of cardstock, let's pull in this, or let's go with this texture of the pattern paper because of this. That's how my brain kind of works as I'm going through this. To save time, I do use my liquid adhesive. I also like using my liquid adhesive when it comes to collaging because I have time to move it. I have time to wiggle with it. So if I want to real quick tuck something up underneath it, I can. If I want to use some dimension, I can. When you use double-sided tape, which by all means, this kit comes with everything, you're kind of there. You know, it's kind of stuck there. But again, with the liquid adhesive, you have that wiggle room so that you can move your pieces. You can also see that when I apply my glue, I'm not covering the entire back of the piece. I love dimension. I love textures. I think that's why I gravitate towards collaging, because I'm going to get that when I collage. Whether I use dimensional foam or not, I'm going to be giving dimension and texture on the card. When the glue finally dries, there's times where that paper just curls up and it sticks up a little bit. It's adding more texture and more dimension to the card. By using the liquid adhesive, that piece is not going to go anywhere, even though I'm not covering the entire back of that piece. But it does allow for that paper to move and be bent. So that's, I get that question a lot too. I go through the comments and then I also get emails and so forth. So I like to, while I answer those questions through the comments and through the emails, I want everybody else to hear those answers as well. So this one here, I was just having fun with it with the bicycle. And then I have that frame, and I took out the center piece because I wanted to use it as the frame. And I just put some items inside of that, making sure that they weren't sticking out of the other side. But just choosing 3 items that I thought went really well together. So I have a purse, a hat, and a beach ball. So I thought they were just really cute in that. And then adding the bicycle down in the bottom corner. These make, I do design these as note cards. So yes, I'm using a sentiment, so I have a tag there that says journey. These are great, and I use these when I just want to send someone a note. Just because it says journey doesn't mean that it has to have somebody be on a journey. And yes, I am awesome here, people, because I did not hit the record on this one, and this one's my favorite. I fell in love with those black and white photos. I loved all of those tickets, the sentiment. So this just kind of all pulled it together. So I do apologize. I just didn't hit record. Yay me. So as always, here are all the cards that we created today, featuring the Spellbinders card kit of the month for May of 2021. Can you believe we are almost halfway through the year? Oh my goodness. Again, this theme is beach day. Yes, I need to get my feet in the sand there. So as always, I do hope you enjoyed these. I hope I gave you some ideas, maybe a little bit of inspiration when you're creating your cards. As always, the links to their shop, to the club specifically, to their blog for even more inspiration will be linked down below. Don't forget, leave all of your questions down below in the comments, and I will make sure I get right back to you. Yes, I am all caught up through those. Yay me! Miracles can happen. But most of all, continue to smile. Continue to enjoy. Don't get frustrated. Have fun with this. Every piece you create is art, and it is unique. And I will say this in every video because I want you all to believe that. And I honestly do mean that. So keep working at it. Keep having fun. But most of all, remember what's most important for me. Always be creative. Till next time, guys.